Former South Carolina governor, here's what former South Carolina governor and 2024 GOP presidential candidate Nikki Haley had to say on Fox News.
As governor, I took a double-digit unemployment state and I turned it into an economic powerhouse. Businesses were my partners because if you take care of your businesses, you take care of your economy takes care of the people, and everyone wins. And so that's the way we dealt with it. South Carolina was a very anti-woke state. It still is. And if Disney would like to move their hundreds of thousands of jobs to South Carolina and bring the billions of dollars with them, I'll let them know. I'll be happy to meet them in South Carolina and introduce them to the governor and the legislature that would welcome it.
Haley later retweeted those remarks, adding in part this: "Hey, Disney, my home state will happily accept your 70,000 plus jobs if you want to leave Florida. South Carolina, not woke, but we're not sanctimonious about it either." That is, Jonathan Mir, a great approach. And let me just say, too, how proud I am of Mika. Like
I know.
No, because she knows that Formula One is coming to Miami. Everybody's excited about that. Of course, Mika knows that NASCAR's up in Daytona. She knows that. Yeah. But she's a step ahead of us at all times. Okay, so when she said going after Formula One, she's talking about, hey, okay, we've heard all these other things. Now, please don't go after Formula One in Miami. They're very excited about Formula One going to Miami.
She's got the race calendar set up there on her desk.
Thanks,
she knew exactly that was coming. But yeah, this is what we were talking about earlier, how other Republicans now are really painting DeSantis in this fight against Disney as, first of all, anti-GOP, that they're not supposed to be the party that takes on private enterprise, that takes on big business. We've heard that from Chris Christie. Donald Trump has weighed in and taken shots at this. And now Nikki Haley. And let's give a little credit here. Nikki Haley, she may kick sideways, and we're still not sure what that means. But that tweet is pretty clever.
That's a good tweet.
Sanctimonious, which is, of course, Trump's nickname for DeSantis here. So perhaps it's a nice shot at the governor, and also maybe a little nod to the former president saying, hey, I could be your VP. Yeah. That'd be okay. I'm on your side on this one.
I've got to say also, Willie, we're not woke. But we're also not sanctimonious about it either, which I've got to say, for 98% of Americans that don't write newsletters every day about woke on this side or that side, the term has been used so much, it is meaningless in middle America. Meaningless. So that actually, I thought that showed a light touch. Hey, not woke, but we're not sanctimonious either. Bring your jobs to us, because that's our job, is getting people to work in the state of South Carolina, not being sanctimonious and picking imaginary fights.
Yeah, and crystallizing how absurd this is, that you're threatening 70,000 jobs and all the business that comes through Florida because your feelings were hurt by the previous CEO on one piece of legislation. It is kind of mind-boggling for somebody who wants to be president. We're hearing may announce that he's going to run for president sometime next month, in the next few weeks here, that he's going to the mat with Disney, that he's signing a 6-week abortion ban that will be devastating in a general election. So the rollout, if this is the beginning of the rollout, not going well, to put it mildly.
Well, and let me add one more thing. He wanted to have open carry in the state of Florida. He wanted people to be able to strap AR-15s onto their backs when they go to Publix, when they go to Walmart, when they go to Costco, when they go to Little League games, when they go, I don't know, church, wherever they go. And it was actually an obsequious Florida legislature, who usually just follows him wherever he goes, says, no, we can't go quite that far. So, yeah, crazy.
Yeah,
just
all right.
Taking the most extreme positions, not understanding that what Republicans want, what Main Street Republicans want, what independents want, is a pro-business Republican. They don't want the chaos. They don't want the nonsense. They don't want the tweets. They don't want the culture battles, the extreme culture battles. They want a mainstream pro-business, pro-middle class, low tax, low spend, low regulation Republican without all the other garbage. Why can't these people figure it out? I mean, maybe Nikki Haley has figured it out, because that's certainly what the tweet sounded like.
Yeah, that was a good tweet. We'll see.